Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Fifth Avenue Project. We are back at it with another episode. Now, for today, I just want to talk about my setup with the Xiaomi Mi Box. As you guys know, I do use Fire Sticks, I use Mi Boxes, and I also have an NVIDIA Shield. I get a lot of questions on, what device people should be using for streaming, and I would say it's all up to you. I mean, it depends what you want. For me, I would recommend a Mi Box because it's a nice balance between a solid price and good performance. I mean, there's boxes that are better than a Mi Box, but the Mi Box is certainly a better device than a Fire Stick. A lot of you guys see me do tutorials is mainly on Fire Sticks, right? I just wanted to, use this video to make you guys see my setup with a Mi Box. It's very straightforward, very customizable, and I'm gonna show you how I use it. So as you can see here, all the apps that we talk about in our tutorials and stuff are at the top. You see this? I put my favorite apps in the front. I have a sideload launcher here. And then if you go all the way to the right, this is how you add apps to your favorites list at the top here. Very straightforward, nothing crazy. If you could work a Fire Stick, you could work a Mi Box. But let's get in depth with the details here. So if you click on add to favorites, you see right here everything comes up. Select an app. One thing you'll realize is not all the apps that you download are going to be in this select your app screen. This is why I installed a side launcher, because all the apps that you installed that are on your system will not show up there. So the side launcher is a third-party app, and you see here it will show apps that you didn't see in that previous screen. So a lot of times when people ask me, hey, I installed the app on my Mi Box or my NVIDIA Shield, where is it? It's on your system. It's just that you'll probably need something like a side launcher app like this, and everything shows up. Usually when I fire up my Mi Box, first thing I open up is my side launcher app. Whether it's a third-party app, an app that came with the Mi Box, or an app from the official Google Play Store, it'll show up with the side load launcher app. Okay, so let's go over here. All right, so just in case you guys are wondering. So if you go up to settings at the top here, let's go up to settings at the top. So once you click on settings, everything again, straightforward, nothing crazy. Don't be scared off, guys. I know you guys love your Fire Sticks, but I just want to show you what I'm using. You open up apps, and as you guys can see, the apps will show here. Everything you have on your system should show up here. You can open, force stop, uninstall, clear cache, clear data, everything is here, but you also have permissions. So let's click on permissions. You'll see what permissions each app has. So in case you're kind of wary about what app has what permissions, you can always change it there. But typically, in order for the app to work right, you'll have to allow the permissions that the app requests. So these are more options down here. So let's click on, as you guys can see, Google Cast is here. Basically, Google Cast, Chromecast, same thing. Say you're watching a YouTube video on your phone and you want to cast the video from your phone to a TV. If you have a Mi Box plugged in, you can cast it to your TV. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. A lot of you guys already know what that is. Chromecast, Google Cast, you cast whatever's on your phone to the TV. Right here, you guys can see you got the display options, sound options. We just went over apps, screensaver. So if you click on screensaver, make adjustments to when you want the screensaver to start, and that's pretty much up to you. And you can change your screensaver settings. This is how it would look after a few minutes of inactivity. Again, nothing earth-shattering, nothing new. Just showing you guys, giving you guys an idea of the simple layout of the Mi Box, right? So let's go down here. Storage and reset. You have the about, date and time, language, keyboard, Google Assistant, speech, accessibility, HDMI. And right here you can add an account. So right here, if you add your Google account, it's basically just a way for you to get updates and make sure you have the latest version of each app. Okay, security and restrictions, unknown resources. So if you're gonna be installing apps, third-party apps that are not officially in the Google Play Store, you're gonna need to make sure this is turned on. install unknown apps. Without this, it won't even work. So if you find out your app is not working and is asking for permission to install an unknown app, just make sure all these are clicked on and you should be good to go. So as you guys can see, it's similar to the Fire Stick in terms of how you can turn on unknown resources, uninstall, reinstall. Yeah, it's similar in that way, so you won't get lost too much, even though the setup is a lot different. But I want to show you why the Mi Box is just overall better in terms of the interface to Android TV OS. So that's one thing I just want to make clear, just in case you guys saying, hey Fifth, how come in some of your videos I see you using a Mi Box or an NVIDIA Shield? It's because for me it's just a better, smoother experience, and I'm not too crazy about the Fire Stick OS. Even though Fire Stick OS and Android TV OS are both Android based, I just feel like the Android TV OS in the Mi Box and the NVIDIA Shield is just a much smoother experience. Now, what are all these things on the page here? You see all these items on the page? These are totally customizable, and this is why I like it, because with the Fire Stick, there's some items on the main page you cannot remove. You're stuck with it. Yeah, some people say it's not a big deal, but say you want a cleaner layout. With this, you can customize the channel layout on your page. See how you have everything here? Top selling movies, top selling shows, most popular. You have music down here. You see Showtime, Netflix. Let's go to customize channel. I want to show you guys how easy it is to customize your Mi Box. All right, so let's turn off ESPN and let's say Netflix. Okay, let's turn off ESPN and Netflix. All right, so if you go back out to the home page now, those rows that were there before, those rows are both gone. See that? Easy. No fighting with what was originally on the system. You don't have to keep anything that's an eyesore. Everything gone, right? Let's say you want to clean it up even some more. Let's get back down to customizing the channel. Okay, we get back down here to customizing the channel. Let's say we want to take out Showtime, Pandora. Let's just clean it all up and let's see how it looks. Let's take out Google, all the Google stuff, featured, top selling movies and TV shows. Let's switch all of this off. Just want to show you guys how easy this is. Switch all of this off. And let's turn off Pandora, and let's also turn off Showtime. VLC, it's empty anyway, so it doesn't really mean anything. As for the YouTube, I think everything on YouTube is already checked off. Yeah, it's checked off. Let's get back out here in the promotional channel. That should be checked off. Let's check it. All checked off. So now if we go back to the home screen, look at this clean layout, guys. Check out this layout. Look at that. Clean. You cannot do that on a Fire Stick. Clean. No bloatware, no nothing. Just all the apps that you want on your main page. And I have my sideload launcher. That's pretty much what I open up when I fire up my Mi Box. See how simple and easy that is? You gotta love it. All right. Beautiful layout. Fully customizable. You have to appreciate that. Now, if you open up your side launcher again, there we go. This is basically your go-to app when you have a Mi Box or an NVIDIA Shield. You open up your sideload launcher. Every single app that you have on your system will be in the sideload launcher. Okay, so now if we go all the way over to apps over here, you see this? It says get more apps. That will lead you to the Google Play Store, but it's going to be a limited. It's not the actual full-on Google Play Store. Because you have a TV OS, you're not going to get the full Google Play Store. But since we rock with APK Time and things like AppToy TV, the Yelp Store as well. So between Yelp Store, APK Time, and AppToy TV, we get all our apps that way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So if you're going back into settings here, let's go back into settings. If you go back into settings, you see all the apps here, right? And with Downloader, right? When we use Downloader to get most of our apps, right? So we're going to need that. But the one thing with using downloader on the Mi Box is that you're going to have to add the downloader browser plugin. Without the plugin, it won't work, guys. If you just try to use downloader the same way you do with a Fire Stick, it's not going to work. So that's the only one extra step that I can really point out. And when you install downloader, you need to install the plugin. I'll probably just make a separate video showing you guys how to do that. But that's pretty much my setup, guys. The Mi Box or NVIDIA Shield, the Android TV OS is much smoother experience than the Fire Stick OS. I find that it could be clunky at times. We just gotten used to it. But don't become a Fire Stick warrior and just look away from every other streaming device. There's great streaming devices out there. No, the Mi Box does not have an Ethernet port, but I find that the wireless is so good, so on point. As long as you have no obstructions, no interference, you're gonna love this. And I just hope you guys give it a shot. Now, I am selling some of these from my store. I'm configuring them and I'm setting it up exactly the way I have it set up. So if you guys are interested, you could just, shoot me an email and I'll tell you how much to expect to pay. These run, like out the box, these run maybe about $60 to $70 out the gate. That's how much they cost brand new. So if you guys are interested in having it set up the way I have it set up and you don't want to do all the legwork, you have no time for it, or you just maybe you're just not technically sound, even though I think it's very easy, just follow tutorials. If you don't want to do that, I'll leave an email in the description box below. I'll show you what you need to do. But I'm just going to cut the video here. That's my setup, outside of Fire Sticks, Mi Box, and NVIDIA Shields. But I feel like Mi Box is a sweet spot. It's a great device. It's probably one of the best devices under $100. All right, guys, I'm going to cut the video here. See you guys in the next video.